What up, what's good, what's poppin'? It's your boy Nascar Racing Wolf 2003. Kind of forgot about my name change a little bit right there. But I'll be showing you all my fully upgraded cars in Real Racing 3. You can get this game for free on the App Store or whatever. And stop talking about it before people think I'm sponsored or something. But yeah, on to the first car. Now, this first car is the Audi R8 Lms Ultra, one of my favorite cars in the game. For one, its looks, second, its performance with handling and speed, and also its the noise the engine makes is also well done. So yeah, that's the LMS Ultra. On to the next car. Next up is the Lexus Lfa. This car, I'm not really too sure how old this car is, but it does handle well, but the back end does kick out a bit like you're seeing here. But it is extremely fast, speeds of over 220 miles an hour. Actually, I think it's just at 220 miles per hour. I'm doing a full lap here at the Indianapolis road course. It took me a long while to V.I.P this car, just because of the last upgrade I had to do. It took so long to get the money for it. I didn't realize though, of course, I don't even know why I said that. But nevertheless, I got fully upgraded. Very fast, like the looks of it, front and back and the sides. As you can see here, I completely messed up my lap here, which will pretty much put it into this part of the video. Next up is the Lexus IF 2013. As far as looks, it's not really much to look at, but it is a performance car. If you're trying to race somebody on the street, not technically on the track, even though I'm running laps here. Now the back end does kick out a bit, a little bit expected looking at Lexus commercials and how much they like to drift the car. But on to the next car. Next up is the Srt Viper Gts. This is the last generation of the Viper before it went out of production. But great looking car, very fast. Back end does tend to kick out. Either it does that or it tends to tighten up in corners, as you'll see here. I'll have to roll all the way out to the outside of the corner, but nevertheless still a good handling car. And it's also very fast with a top speed of well over 200 miles an hour. As you can see, I'm about to go into this extremely sharp corner here. Gotta brake all the way down to about 50 miles an hour, or else the back end would have kicked out. And we really don't want that here. So wish the Viper could come back, but nothing I can really do about it. So let's get on to the next car. Next up is the last Audi on this list, the Audi R8 V10 Coupe. Another car with a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. Handles it really well. It does get kind of loose in some corners, but other than that, it holds the turn very well. Extremely fast with acceleration and all that. So yeah. Next up is the Chevrolet Corvette Zr1. This is not Generation 7. Doesn't look as dramatic as the car, but it's still a pretty good car nevertheless. Top speed of well over 200 miles an hour, of course. Handles well, but the back end does kind of kick out, as you saw there. and you'll probably see it a couple more times. It actually does it very frequently, but other than that, it's still pretty well handled car. Now on to the next one. Next up, you have one of my favorite cars on this list, the McLaren MP4-12C. This is one of my favorite cars because of the speed, the handling, and the detail here as you look at the spoiler, how it kicks up when you brake heavily at high speed to produce more downforce to make your car stop faster. Wow, did I just say stop faster? Yes I did. But yeah, on to the next car. Next up is actually one of my least favorite cars on this list, the Porsche Carrera Gt. Now, it's probably because of this trash paint scheme that I put on it, but the back end, it doesn't really stand out to me in a good way, but other than that, it's still a pretty awesome car to drive. Or is it? On to the next car. Next up is the Ford GT 2005 version. Now, I get depreciation and all that, but for some reason, the 2005 version is way cheaper than 2017 version. Now I know the 2017 version is newer, faster, and actually better looking, but price gap is real on those two cars. Next up is the last Viper on this list. I actually forgot the model name for this one, but it is an older generation, so it doesn't look as good as the first one we saw on this list, but it's still, performance-wise, does really well. Back end kicks out because, well, it's a Viper. It's always going to do that. Other than that, handles well, is very fast. And with that being said, on to the next car. Next up is the Nascar Sprint Cup Series / Monster Energy Cup Series Chevrolet SS. I think it's very bland that you can't really customize this car very much, but on to the next car. Next is basically my least favorite on this list, but the first car I ever fully operated. It's actually pretty easy. The Nissan Silva is kind of bland compared to the other version of this car, which I really want, but don't have at the moment. Handles well. It's kind of a sleeper car once you fully upgrade it, but if you don't, it's very bland. With that being said, on to the next car. Now sorry the recording cut out, but this is probably my favorite car on this list, one of my favorites. And it's also one of my newest fully upgraded cars on this list, the BMW M4 Z4 GT3. See here, handles extremely well, extremely fast, newest car on this list, pretty much. So yeah, on to the next car. Now the final car on this list, the Lamborghini Gallardo Lp 540. I'm pretty sure I did not say that whole name, but just know that it's not the base version. Very good in corners, but it is very loose, as you see there. Very fast getting out of corners, but if you brake enough, it will handle very well around those bends. My only Lamborghini that I actually own in this game is already fully upgraded, so I guess that's a win for me, but not as far as this lap, because I completely messed it up. So yeah. And there you have it, a full list of all my fully upgraded cars in Real Racing 3 so far. I may do another one of these videos, but it won't be for months and months and months, because, well, it took me a very long time to get this list together. But like, comment, share, subscribe, share with your friends if you're racing with 2003.